Hey, this is Carrie Canary Quilt. I'm working on the Dear Jane quilt, and we are working on quilting the borders. I've already done 2 sides. We're on to the 3rd side. Almost done with this thing. It's unbelievable. And I walk you through how I use EQ8 to transfer the Dear Jane quilting lines over to my quilt, and then I show you how I quilt them. So, you need to open the Dear Jane 5 or DJ5 Quilting Border Blocks Master. I'm not making any changes, so I'm opening the master. I open the sketchbook. I find all the blocks under quilt. And at this point, we are working on the top row. So I find the first one in the top row, which is TR1. And we can start going through our blocks, looking at them. And I go over to my table and I mark them. So I have been making some modifications based on my quilting, if I should add quilting, which like there's spots in some of these blocks that aren't quilted and I do add quilting to them. There's lines that I don't think are necessary. Like I don't think these outer row lines are necessary, so I did something different. I don't even think they look that good, so I did modify that. I'm not quilting through my applique, I'm quilting around it. That's just a personal choice. So there you go. These are a little more challenging to quilt than the center blocks, and I am doing the quilting one block at a time. I'm not going from one block to the next. So hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you want to see how this ends, and let's head down to my sewing table and let's start marking. This week we're working on the top row, which I'll be doing this row over here, and this is the bottom left corner. So I don't know how that works unless I put it in the wrong spot, but anyway, that's what it says it is. So I'm going to start here, and it is interesting quilting. So I'm just going to start drawing it out. All right, there's some weird quilting, not symmetrical. So I'm gonna do this that's like hers. And then I think what I'll do is the star is its own square. I think I'll just stitch in the ditch around that. And that'll give some quilting over in this area. So I'm gonna stop there. Option 1 for this is stitch in the ditch, so that's what I'm going to do with this one. threading this into here, making this a straight line. She had some asymmetrical lines here, so I'm just extending the triangles on the bottom, their lines out. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, there's a whole bunch of lines coming out right here on these edges. I think what I'll do is I'll stitch in the ditch around this big diamond, and that'll give me the stitching I want. earlier, I found out that bottom section is applique, and I absolutely missed it when I was appliquing all my pieces. So I'm going to have to go back and applique that, but I'm just going to stitch in the ditch basically around my applique on there, and then stitch in the ditch up there between my white and pink. There we go. Third row is quilted. Felt like I made more modifications on these quilting. There were some places where I was like, personally, I really didn't like the quilting. I didn't think it was very symmetrical. I didn't feel like I found a lot of that in the center blocks, but in these outer triangular blocks, I'm just like, you know, thinking I wanted to change it up. Not have quite her quilting in it. So what do you think about me doing that? Are you gonna do that? Or have you done that? But I can't right now. It's the next day from when I finished this, so I can't really remember right now which one I did that on. It might have been this one. I think there was a bunch of lines just out here in the side of this that I just was like, I don't even like the way that looks, and I don't want to personally quilt that if I don't like it. So that's why I changed it up. But man, I only have one border and one corner left to do. Then I'm binding this thing. That is nuts. I've been working on this since January of 2024. I did take a break because of one of my machines. My main quilting machine went down. I ended up not even using it. So that was the only time I really took time off from this quilt. So yeah. Huh, you excited for me to finish it too? How are you doing on this? I've gotten a lot of comments that people are signing up for this now. They found it and have decided to do it. So hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate ya, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!